Packers versus Bears, the Trilogy, this Saturday night, division rivalry, wildcard weekend, win or go home. The last time we saw these teams play, we had a 50-yard walk-off touchdown overtime thriller by Caleb Williams and the Bears, but there was a missing piece of the puzzle in that game. Jordan Love left early with an injury, and if only we could have seen these two teams play when both of the quarterbacks were healthy. Just kidding, we did. Obviously, division rivals play twice a year, and 2 weeks before that, the Packers came out with the win 28-21. So the series is 1-1 with one more game under the lights Saturday night. Everything on the line, everybody watching. Who will win? Who can handle the pressure? Who will move on to the divisional round? Let's break it down. We have to start in the most fun part of this conversation, Caleb Williams versus Jordan Love. We all know in playoff football, it comes down to which quarterback can play better and make the least amount of mistakes. And playoff football is nothing like regular season, so let's talk about their playoff experiences. Starting with Jordan Love, who has played in 3 playoff games, including one signature 45-point win against the Dallas Cowboys in 2023. But as far as good playoff games go, that's kind of the only one he's got. In his 2 most recent playoff games, he has 5 interceptions. Jordan Love, if you are listening, you have to bring your A game. If you do not, I promise you that your season will end very, very shortly. And on the other side, we have Caleb Williams, who obviously doesn't have any playoff experience, and he will be making his playoff debut. Everyone is expecting Caleb Williams to ball out this weekend, and honestly, I'm not saying he isn't, but I will precaution with this. Some of the most talented and best quarterbacks we have ever seen have become playoff droppers. Take a look at Lamar Jackson, probably the most talented player we have ever seen in the history of the National Football League. He has 2 National Football League MVPs, but he only has 3 playoff wins in 8 games. This is the moment that you get to see what Caleb Williams is truly made of, to see if he can actually be a Mahomes level talent as a playoff caliber quarterback. And for the Packers, you get the opportunity to prove that he's not. That and more is what is truly on the line this weekend. And of course, that's what everybody wants to talk about, the quarterback matchups, but where this game might really come down to, and the key for both of these teams' victories, is actually in the down and dirty, the good old-fashioned trenches. To win playoff games, you have to be able to stop the run, and for both of these teams, that is going to be a massive, massive problem. The Bears have been terrible all year. Their entire defense stinks, but their run defense specifically is ranked 28th in the entire NFL. And since Micah went down for the Packers, Green Bay has allowed 200 yards rushing per game, including a Derrick Henry and Baltimore Ravens massacre where they allowed 300 yards. And the Chicago Bears are eating this up right now, as they have been one of the most powerful physical run teams in the entire NFL. Since their bye week in week number 5, the Chicago Bears have been the best run team in football in almost every single statistical category. And on the other side, the Packers aren't really scared either. The Bears have allowed 26 points per game this year, so in terms of yards and touchdowns, they really have nothing to worry about. But this is where the entire game can change. If I had to pick one thing that is going to cost one of these teams the game, it will be the turnovers. And I know the Chicago Bears fans are smiling like heck right now because they have the best turnover margin in the entire NFL, meaning they create the most turnovers on defense and they don't turn the ball over on offense. And the Packers have been top 10 in the exact same category. But nobody get too excited just yet, because this comes down to what we brought up at the beginning of the video. We have 2 young quarterbacks in primetime Saturday night who will be carrying their entire franchise fan base on their backs. And we have seen it time and time again. Young quarterbacks making big time mistakes when they didn't do that all year during the regular season. Shoot, we talked about it with Jordan Love, who threw 5 interceptions in his last 2 playoff games. I'm not saying that is 100% going to happen, but what I will say is this. Odds are one of these 2 quarterbacks is going to make a big time mistake that is going to cost them the game. These teams hate each other too much for it to be a blowout either way. It is going to be a 1 possession game in the 4th quarter, and one of these teams is going to prevail and the other one will fail. So who is it going to be? Which quarterback is going to make the big mistake, and which team is going to walk out of here to the divisional round, and which quarterback is going home? The answer is going to be told you guys later in this week. I have a predictions video coming out. Make sure you guys subscribe so you do not miss that. But for now, let me know who you guys think is going to win this game and why. Which quarterback will make the big mistake? Which quarterback will prevail? I will be breaking down every single playoff matchup, so make sure you guys stick around for that to get the keys for every single game. I'm so excited for playoff football. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time, I love you guys. Peace.